know that the first Matrix was designed to be a perfect human world where none suffered, where everyone would be happy. It was a disaster. No one would accept the program. Entire crops were lost. Some believed that we lacked the programming language to describe your perfect world, but I believe that as a species, human beings define their reality through misery and suffering. The perfect world was a dream that your primitive cerebrum kept trying to wake up from. Which is why the Matrix was redesigned to this, the peak of your civilization.
Unfortunately, no one can be told what the Matrix is. You have to see it for yourself.
It seems that you've been living two lives. In one life, you're Thomas A. Anderson, program writer for a respectable software company. The other life is lived in computers, where you go by the hacker alias Neo and are guilty of virtually every computer crime we have a law for.
What is the Matrix?
The answer is out there, Neo. It's looking for you.
You're here because you know something. What you know you can't explain, but you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is, but it's there, like a splinter in your mind. The Matrix is everywhere. It is all around us. Even now, in this very room. It is the world that has been pulled over your eyes to blind you from the truth. Have you ever had a dream, Neo, that you were so sure was real? What if you were unable to wake from that dream? How would you know the difference between the dream world and the real world? I'm trying to free your mind, Neo, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it.
The Matrix is a system, Neo. That system is our enemy.
Little piece of advice. You see an agent, you do what we do. Run.
Human beings are a disease, a cancer of this planet. You are a plague, and we are the cure.
They are guarding all the doors, they are holding all the keys, which means that sooner or later, someone is going to have to fight them.
Someone.
Every single man or woman who has stood their ground, everyone who has fought an agent has died. I've seen an agent punch through a concrete wall. Men have emptied entire clips at them and hit nothing but air. Yet their strength and their speed are still based in a world that is built on rules. Because of that, they will never be as strong or as fast as you can be.
So you're here to save the world.
No one has ever done anything like this.
That's why it's going to work.
I'm gonna enjoy watching you die, Mr. Anderson.
to put one in the air. I tried to dance it away. I tried to change it with my hair. I ran my credit card below. Thought a new dress would make it better. I tried to work it away, but that just made me even sadder. I tried to keep myself busy. I ran around in circles, think I made myself dizzy. I slept it away, I sexed it away, I read it away. I don't wanna feel those metal eyes. Yeah, it's like cranes in the sky. Sometimes I don't wanna feel those metal eyes. I tried to run it away. Thought in my head be feeling clearer. I traveled 70 states. Thought moving around make me feel better. I tried to let go my lover. Thought if I was alone then maybe I could recover. To write it away or cry it away. Don't you cry, baby, away. Sometimes I don't wanna feel those metal
So just know that I'm not just sitting around pondering things and thinking about it. I'm actually moving with all of my power to actually bring some solutions. And I just feel like this life, that it's just got me like that. That's the purpose here right now until I come to completion. So this is actually what I'm going to talk to you about. It's some really deep stuff. It's some stuff that you're going to have to play around with on your own, in your own consciousness. You're going to have to start seeing certain things that you even do and start really self-diagnosing yourself and getting yourself on the right path to the deep programming. And then also, and really some of the hacking, so you can see beyond what is generally expected from the average human being. Now, the next thing is really briefly, man, you're going to have to create some really good habits. Like, remember, like right now, let's say one of the highest commodities is motivation. And this is why motivational speakers, like they're doing really well right now, because if you got some motivation, you have some people that really will just pay for motivation. It's wild. And it's because people are low on motivation because they're not doing in life what connects to their uniqueness. So they're not generating. It's like their fruit, their own personal fruit, they're not eating from. They're not even being able to give to others so they can eat from. They're having to go into harvesting someone else's fruit. So that's what you do when you go and work in a business. You have a tendency to be harvesting someone else's fruit. If none of those visions in that business, the core visions and the growth, etc., have anything to do with what you feel like are your personal values and ideals. So let's just get this straight. There is an entire sub-world, subculture that has been created, and most of the inhabitants of this reality are living in it. And it starts from the phenomena of really the alien, because, so remember, the whole idea of an alien actually connects into uniqueness and rarity, something that you don't see a lot or you don't see often. And this is why anytime somebody comes out acting strange or not following the culture and becoming quote unquote an alien, people start to gravitate around them. Now, check this out. Even in the world today, if someone takes a picture of an alien craft, or man, if they could get one even with an alien, all of a sudden they get some kind of traction. They get some type of popularity, right? So even if the person even says, well, yeah, I talked to an alien came inside of my body, I slept with an alien, they even get some kind of popularity for just that. So then when you think of just the concept of the alien being something, let's say, unique or something that there's not a lot of, then it pushes you into understanding why there's these as below stars. Why are there stars in Hollywood, or roles or characters that are created? So people, if they even take a picture with that character, because yeah, you know, Will Smith, he's cool and he does different things, but let's say, for instance, is he completely embodied within the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, or is that a script that was written that he acted in, that he became famous for? Who is Will Smith really? You see what I mean? So when a person loves Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, they want to take a picture with Fresh Prince. So they get in there, and even that picture, if they go back, they put it on Instagram, Facebook, whatever, they're like, yo, you was with Will Smith. So even then, there is enough power and rarity right there to show you, if you lock into your uniqueness, then there is going to be a phenomena that always occurs, which is people actually want to drive current into uniqueness because it reminds them of something that they want. It reminds them of something that they wish to achieve. Now, you want to deliver, though, and that's why I'm citing a lot of these motivational people, especially the ones that are super cash heavy, because and also connection heavy. Like, they got a lot of other kind of resources, being able to talk to people, get people to develop things. You know, when you are, let's say, someone that is a as below star, famous, whatever, you can have interns working for you almost indefinitely just because they want to be around. So if you could put them on a real mission and something that's really going to happen, then this is the perfect formula. But then there's something that's lacking. And this is what I want you to really tune into today, because what be lacking is the inability to create a story from start to finish. Okay, most people don't know how to create a real story from start to finish. Now I'm using these words loosely because it's still a projector, it's still pushing light, it's still pushing an illusionary scion, or an illusionary or a light-based world or field. You know, some people, they're like, oh, I have this illusion, and why are you there sitting and talking then? I'm talking, trying to educate you from your ignorance. Okay, look at the word illu as in illumination, light. Zion as in world or mainframe, Sony. Okay, so that means a world or illusionary mainframe constructed from light, right? But see, the thing is because most people don't know how to plan, and most people don't know how to create a story from start to finish. When they get inside of something else's story that is a little bit more detailed, they gotta get lost in the story. So let me show you how it happens. Now, any architect, like they say, the great architect. Any architect knows exactly every single thing about what needs to be built before they start building, because they use a script. They use blueprints. Okay, so most people don't know how to put blueprints together. They're living either day by day. They even have it maybe pegged out for the next 3 months. And sometimes every now and then you catch somebody that has it drawn out for the next 5 years, but what they're generally drawing out is a fantasy. Now, let me show you the difference between a reality and a fantasy. Now, if I'm in Hollywood, we're creating a movie and we say it's going to be a fantasy, this means I can actually write stuff in the script like, and then he jumped off the mountain, and then he spread his wings and he flew into Gryffindor with wings on his back. And so, because this is a fantasy. Now, when you come into the real world and you try to do that, you're going to jump off that cliff, and then the real laws, the real rules, the ethics, the laws of light are going to come into play, like your density. Are you really light enough? Do you have enough thrust? I'm not saying that flying is not possible, but it's going to take a lot of kundalini coming from the root chakra to really propel all that rest of that Vimana kingdom up into the celestial. So do you have that? And that's how you will go about that. But again, fantasy. So let me show you how, in a world where you have a bunch of sociopaths and narcissists, they constantly, because of looking at these TV programs and these stories that have been put together by master storytellers, or at least people who know how to write good fantasies, that people begin to adapt those dreams and then use those dreams as if they work in real life when they don't. Begin to expect things from others and expect things even from themselves that were not reality anyway. We're just all a part of a fantasy. So here's how you get back grounded into the true you and the progress of your expansion, and get away from somebody else's Hollywood world dream, okay? Until that dream starts incorporating something that you'll be able to expand from. So let me just explain to you very simple. So first of all, the world, it lacks planners. It lacks people who know how to create games. Like, think about the person who created chess. They had to create up to, over one, back to, okay, this one goes across, but it can't go straight. This one goes straight. This one only advances one, but when it gets further out there, it can have this, then it can turn into this. That's gamification. So games have been around since the beginning, because the whole damn thing is wired off of what we would call game theory, because it is still an illusionary field. But follow me now. So what happens is that when somebody creates a story, okay, and that story has been put together from start to completion to have all of the characters necessary in the story, the antagonist, the protagonist, you know, even deeper than that. So how did the building get built? Oh, it got built by these people. And then where did those people come from? Oh, those people came from this island over here. And then how did they get on that island? Oh, they got on that island because they literally live over there and they settled in. So they have a whole story that they continuously roll out in the mainframe, right? And this story is constantly sent out into the projection of what we're in right now. Let's say, for instance, every single Disney movie has pretty much the same lineup of characters, right? So then when people get into the real world and they try to bring those characters into the real world that they've adapted to since the time they were young, watching all of this stuff, those characters don't work. And then this is what happens. Your dream world gets hijacked. Okay, your dream world gets hijacked because you start dreaming about things that actually don't have any real applications in the physical reality. And I even started testing myself about this, because I don't really need sleep. Like I have to force myself to go to sleep, especially when I start working out, because then I get even more oxygen in my blood. So what happens is most of the time I'm pretty much awake in this play sleep. And in the play sleep, the mind is pretty active because it has the opportunity for it not to be bogged down by the physical energy that needs to be pushed forward to maintain the physical body. So it's not bogged down by that. So it goes into its creative force. It starts budding thought. So when it starts budding thought, especially at 2 or 3 in the morning, when I was utilizing that for spiritual aspects of things, which are a lot more fanciful than the reality. So when I was using it for spiritual aspects of things and going off into other worlds and reading different books and seeing geometry, it was very effective at that. But when I started telling it, well, bring me something practical though that I could use to assist the people that are here, I found that it would wake me up early in the morning, and I'm just using it as an extra character, early in the morning with a eureka. I got an idea. This is how it can work. And then I would be like, okay, what's the idea? Oh, if you do this, you do this is going to work. So I'd be like still half asleep, but I would get up and grab my pen and start writing down the details of what needs to be done, to only find out that when I would look at it once I woke up, I'd be like, that's not a really good idea though. Like, maybe in the future, or where's the money going to come from, or why would people even like that, or why would they want to do that? And this is when you start spotting that it's highly possible that your consciousness has been so embedded or imbued within a fantasy that it has no way now of understanding how to make things apply to this world, how to create things in your own consciousness while you're asleep that you can wake up and use in this world, unless you train it. And this brings me to the point, because this is a big thing that I need to expound on, and I'm not going to do it right here. I'm giving you a little bit of it, but enough for you to get a little bit further along with understanding what you need to do for yourself, or a lot further along depending on how you apply all of this. Because one, come to realize this, you have to create good habits. And what I mean by that is, like, I got stuff to do today. It's actually Mother's Day in Costa Rica. I got an entire gamification system that I need to personally write out to understand how to incentivize mindfulness. I have quite a few different things to do. So getting into any activities that may seem strenuous to me, or may seem like they're going to take some energy from me, I may want to double, I may want to not do that, right? But what if working out falls on that?
Well, come on. I ain't gonna bite you. Come around here and let me have a look at you. My goodness, look at you. You turned out all right, didn't you? How do you feel? I know you're not sleeping. We'll get to that. Why don't you come and have a sit this time?
Maybe I'll stay.
Well, suit yourself.
I felt like sitting.
I know. So, let's get the obvious stuff out of the way.
You're not human, right?
Well, it's tough to get any more obvious than that.
If I had to guess, I'd say you were programmed from a machine. So is he.
So far, so good.
But if that's true, that could mean you were part of the system. Another kind of control.
Keep going.
I suppose the most obvious question is, how can I trust you?
Bingo. It is a kicker, no doubt about it. Bad news is there's no way if you can really know whether I'm here to help you or not. So it's really up to you. Just have to make up your own damn mind to either accept what I'm going to tell you or reject it. Can you?
You already know if I'm going to take it.
Wouldn't be much of an oracle if I didn't.
But if you already know, how can I make a choice?
Because you didn't come here to make the choice. You've already made it. You're here to try to understand why you made it. I thought you'd have figured that out by now.
Why are you here?
Same reason. I love candy.
But why help us?
We're all here to do what we're all here to do. I'm interested in one thing, Neo, the future. And believe me, I know the only way to get there is together.
Are there other programs like you?
Not like me, but... Look, see those birds? At some point, a program is written to govern them. A program is written to watch over the trees, and the wind, sunrise and sunset. Sunrise and sunset. There are programs running all over the place. The ones doing their job, doing what they were meant to do, are invisible. You never even know they were here. But the other ones, you hear about them all the time.
I've never heard of them.
Of course you do. Every time you've heard someone say they saw a ghost or an angel. Every story you've ever heard about vampires, werewolves, or aliens is the system assimilating some program that's doing something they're not supposed to be doing.
Programs hacking programs. Why?
There are reasons, but usually a program chooses exile when it faces deletion.
And why would a program be deleted?
Maybe it breaks down. Maybe a better program is created to replace it. Happens all the time. And when it does, a program can either choose to hide here or return to the source.
The machine made
Where you start. Where the path of the one ends.
Château Aubryon, 1959. Magnificent wine. I love French wine. Like I love the French language. I have sampled every language. French is my favorite. Fantastic language. Especially to curse with. Nom de Dieu, de putain, de bordel, de merde, de saloperie, de connard, d'enculé, de ta mère. It's like wiping your ass with silk. I love it.
You know why we are here.
I am a trafficker of information. I know everything I can. The question is, do you know why you are here?
We are looking for the keymaker.
Oh, yes, it is true. The keymaker, of course. But this is not a reason, this is not a why. The keymaker himself is very nature as a means, it is not an end. And so, to look for him is to be looking for a means to do what?
We know the answer to that question.
But do you? You think you do, but you do not. You are here because you were sent here. You were told to come here and then you obey. It is, of course, the way of all things. You see, there is only one constant, one universal. It is the only real truth. Causality. Action, reaction, cause and effect.
Everything begins with choice.
No, wrong. Choice is an illusion created between those with power and those without. Look there, at that woman. My God, just look at her. Affecting everyone around her, so obvious, so bourgeois, so boring. Watch, you see, I have sent her a dessert. A very special dessert. I wrote it myself. It starts so simply. Each line of the program creating a new effect, just like poetry. First, a rush, heat, the heart flutters. You can see it now, yes? it the why? No. What is it then? What is the reason? And soon it does not matter. Soon the why and the reason are gone. I know that. Soon the why and the reason are gone. And all that matters is the feeling itself. Now, this is the nature of the universe. We struggle against it, we fight to deny it, but it is, of course, pretends it is a lie. Beneath our poised appearance, the truth is we are completely out of control. Causality. There is no escape from it. We are forever slaves to it. Our only hope, our only peace is to understand it, to understand the why. Why is what separates us from them, you from me. Why is the only real source of power. Without it, you are powerless. And this is how you come to me, without why, without power. Another link in the chain. But fear not, since I have seen how good you are at following orders, I will tell you what to do next. Run back and give the fortune teller this message. Her time is almost up. Now I have some real business to do, so I will say adieu and goodbye.
This isn't over.
Oh, yes, it is. The keymaker is mine, and I see no reason why I should give him up. No reason at all.
Where are you going?
Please, ma chérie, I've told you, we are all victims of causality. I drink too much wine. I must take a piece. Cause and effect. Au revoir.